There's no doubt about it. And what I've seen with the way our youth are targeted, with the vaping and the Juuls and all those types of things, I just shake my head when I see it. Because I had mentioned this earlier in a talk that I had given in Rotary, that in my 36 years of being in education, one of the areas that concerns me the most is the normalization of being altered. And what I worry about, when you're 12 or 13 or 14 or 15 or even 65, there's always a pressure to be like someone else. There's always that pressure. And when you're younger, it's everything, because it's your whole world. And so what has happened and what I've watched is this normalization to be altered. And I don't really care what it is. In my generation, it was alcohol, and then it became marijuana, and then it became prescription meds, and then it became opiates. And you just think of a middle schooler who's walking into school, and all of a sudden you look around and I'm the only one that may be trying to say no. That's what we have to, that's who we have to support, because there are a ton of our students looking for that. They're all looking for that support. So I just refuse to bend to this. I do. We are in a war, and we have to continue to do what we're doing, and the Substance Abuse Connect is a great tool for that. And so in the school district, or in with our youth, we've got some programs. Game Slows Down, which targets youth in athletics. We have ongoing social media campaigns, and that's one of the things that I'm talking with Karen Sylvester about, is we as a school district need to do a better job of informing our parents of the impacts of social media. I think it just happened, and I don't think anyone fully understands the impacts of social media, nor do I think they know how to target it. They really don't. It's a sophisticated game that 10, 11, and 12-year-olds know how to play way better than we do.
And with behavioral health, with substance abuse disorders, that the way I see my work is changed now. That focus on that continuum. What happens before? What happens after? That's the work of SAC, and the work that we're just so proud to be a part of over the last couple of years with this coalition. People too often end up in the emergency department when they are in that crisis. And those are not the skills that are going to be brought to them at a hospital bedside. We know that the SAC has worked really to build that pathway, again following the SAMHSA model. Crisis Continuum, the call center. We are delighted to have 211 in place now over the last couple of years for social service needs. And now with the addition of 988 in July, that immediate crisis response to persons with mental health crisis, that phone support is really that first step in the continuum. We are delighted that we have that service now, and just look forward to watching what a difference that is going to make in that early identification and early resource support for people in crisis. That next step in the continuum, that mobile crisis response. As Chief St. John spoke about, having that designated mobile crisis unit is really that key, so that we can get the right resource to the right person, not an over-resource and not an under-resource, but just what people need in the moment.